All right, folks, this is Rekla. With me is Phil, also known as Grushk, and we do have the tri-casting dynamic with Ferg as well. So we are going to bring Stars and KCS to you tonight. So, Phil, what do you think?
We got an interesting lineup. Both teams are doing something a little bit different tonight. Trace is in instead of Card Sharks' Scald, and then Stars are putting Kinkari in. I'm assuming, I mean, in theory, Wild Elf Blade Singers are the anti-hitter.
Right.
The problem with that
Is
theory
is that Grindel is
is,
like an outlier for hitters?
yes, trolls are not normal, and when you take, like, okay, so a Wild Elf Blade Singer normally can defend against just about any hitter in the game. Either because most hitters are fairly either they're very middle of the road, like a human, where they have middling strength or strength and dex, or you either have a lot of dex or a lot of strength.
Yeah. I
Unless you're
think
Trolls have
Yin, and then
both.
it's amazing.
correct. Honestly, what it seems like to me is there were some roster issues tonight.
I haven't looked to try and see like who's online, so
Well,
that may be the
Azure
case.
did not make it in time tonight, or they knew he wasn't going to show. But in theory, you're going to field a Bacali Assassin before you field a Singer. For one, Flash helps a lot against KCS's offensive power.
Yeah, it definitely helps, but like I said, I don't know if it's deliberate or not. I can see a theory behind putting in a Singer against a troll barbarian,
Yeah,
but at the same time, I don't know if it's going to work. But then, on the other hand, you also get yourself in a position where you have three chainers that can carry the flag, and so that's kind of good too. Like
that's
They were
true.
probably,
Chain
they
Lightning
probably just
carrying the
didn't have,
flag is pretty awesome.
hmm What was that, Brandon?
they probably just didn't have their A team and used them as a backup, or they're trying to give some of the other guys on the team a chance to play.
Well, is trying to keep that position, so they're not going to
Right, that's
experiment
the
too
thing.
much.
I mean, they have been an experimental team, but what they've honestly done the past few seasons is like they seem like they're going to experiment, and then they don't most of the season. Like they'll always pick interesting picks the first and second uh, rounds of the draft, and then those players find time to maybe make 1 to 2 matches over the season.
Yeah, well, it really sucks being on a team and then like you get drafted, think you're going to play, you show up every week, and then you don't ever get to play because why the fuck would you if you have Bodrum,
Right.
right? So like
It's
obviously
like,
they're going to
do
put
we put in the new Blade Singer or the 3,500 health Necromancer?
exact.
Decisions. But
So
yeah.
like and then like for those guys, they probably just like I don't know, they're just there as backups, and then they have to throw them in every once in a while, or else shit's not going to go down for them when they need them. Like my team.
Yeah. And they are opening up with a huge drain on Marilith.
Oh, I forgot to bet.
And now we have energy drains going down onto zombies. It looks like.
Yeah. Marilith does get drained. Trace cannot be drained if he has Dark Immunity up, but Marilith is the first one to go into yellow, even though Grindel's still pounding away on Kempez.
And now we have a lot of people hitting yellow all at
Yeah.
once.
Kempez, Slan, Marilith all in yellow. KCS does have more healing, but not if Bodrum uses his mana to regenerate. But the thing is, they're probably thinking about damage right now. They're probably not thinking about the mage heal.
Yeah, I think Bodrum's probably trying to get some casting done, E drains, and all that business.
Yeah,
I know he's not a fan of casting, but he does do it when the situation calls for it.
Yeah, Marilth and Kimbaz both dip into red here. Kimbaz is still coning away. KCS can afford to heal. Like I said, they should have some mana still, even with the drain on Marilith. Marilith is taking a lot of damage.
And this is just a slugfest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
neither team wants to back down from this, and it's
Man's
really
been stuck on the
interesting.
Yan Lao for about 5 rounds now, so
Yeah, so let's see. Slan's
I just
protection gets dispelled. A lot of the time you don't notice that in the middle. It's good to have that bolted out, actually, because it happens so often.
Well, it's also you don't necessarily get a echo when it gets cast on you.
Bodrum is regenerating Kimpaz because he listens to this cast.
yeah. Looked like Trace was either running away or running to score. I couldn't really tell there.
No, I
Well,
don't think he's scoring.
Marilith is in the flag room, just so I don't think they're going to try and pick that up right now, but
No, they're in
They
their
switched
flag room.
mana gear.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're protecting their flag to make sure that Stars doesn't run it.
Slan stuck on the Yanlao yet again.
And it does look like KCS is going to lose the head-to-head, which is a problem for them.
They're kind of all about the
Oh,
head.
that
Kinkari got
round can
spelled.
change it immediately, though. Kinkari does get out of there in time.
Yeah. The head-to-head is typically where KCS shines, and so to lose that, that's definitely a big blow.
That is
But
an enormous round on Kimpaz.
And he's dead. He's gonna die.
If he
didn't die?
doesn't get out of there, he's gonna die.
How did he
He's
not?
just acid blasting. Maybe he's out of mana.
That could be, but I don't know, man. Like I
'Cause
thought he was.
Yeah, I thought that was game over.
Like I saw that big round, I was like, well, he's dead next round.
Yeah, Kimpaz does strike me as a stock character, so
Is he? Or are
And
they all...
that's it.
Oh, Kipaz is dead.
No. I think it's hard to call any character stock when they have full.
Kinkari does go link
dragon
dead there.
skins.
He does go link dead.
Yeah, but if you don't have a second merit in 2016, I mean, come
Well,
on.
the reason that I call him stock is because he knows his limitations and will always dump his mana pool and then die kind of early. So that gives me the sense that he has regular invoker mana. But I know what you mean by the dragon skins inclusion.
Yeah, I mean, he might not have, a ton of OMFGs like some characters in the league,
Yeah.
but Zygeist does pick up the flag, and Stars are, once again, first to pick up a flag.
He does, and this is a matter of do or die for KCS. If Saigash manages to get the flag across, then again, it sort of becomes a 3-0.
And interestingly, he hasn't really taken any damage up to this point.
Kinkari does
Cassie-
regain
Cassie-
link. And he's
And
gonna join. He's gonna join up on this. But Kinkari was link dead for a few ticks there.
yeah,
Ferg is dying on the cast.
What's that?
Alistair asked who was dying on the cast. It's you coughing.
Oh, yeah.
looks like Zygash is going to go down here, though. He doesn't have.
He does panic Spirit of Prote, but it has. I mean, that has nothing to do with the damage he's taking. Bodrum
Well-
is just chaining.
I don't know if it's necessarily panic. More so, he knows he's going to die, and he wants to get it up for his team just to have it up before he goes
But
down.
KCS doesn't have spell damage, so why would you do that?
Not really, but I mean, there is like Blizzard. I mean, it's not going to do much, but it's at least something. Grendel does go down, though.
Yep, and that's. They essentially have to die on Saigash here or kill him.
Yeah, and I don't think they can kill him now.
Yeah, they are sticking on him pretty well, though. He is getting the rescues off from the Yon.
Yeah, and Shukenja defenses are actually pretty good. It's not like Druid level, but it's up there. And Orc stats are always nice.
Yeah, and Trace is shield striking, and he's in strike lag for 3 rounds, and then when the rescue goes off, he's stuck there, so it's allowing Saigash to get off. He is still on him, though. He's still doing damage to him. Now, this
But-
is, if they can manage to get a kill off on him, that would be really good. I assume he's spamming heal, but either way, if they either die on him now or they kill him, both are good or okay for KCS. Because he is only at the blue line. He hasn't gotten far at all.
Yeah, it's definitely. But man, this like you get into this ugly position where you're trying to kill the flag carrier, you're sitting on him, and you're literally attacking him for like 2 straight ticks, and you're just not killing him.
Yeah.
That's never good for you.
Merilith does get mortally wounded there, and he dies. Saigash is off. He's very low.
I mean, if you're Trace, don't you try and like cause fads or something? Just like try and finish him off.
Yeah, it's hard
Trace
to
is
say if he
having
has
trouble
the mana.
because it's not mud. set.
Saigash is on Sanctuary.
And yeah, with the Sank drop, there's a rescue from it, and more rescues, so nothing happens off of it. Slan does get a choke onto Kinkari, but ooh, I don't know.
Saigash is 20 blue. Again, he has not made it into red yet, but a couple of things are going to happen here, a couple of factors. Kimpaz is going to come out, and then he'll definitely wipe whoever's left on KCS. KCS is probably close to dead anyway, but they do need to die on Saigash or kill him before he hits red.
Yeah, I mean, it's Kempaz in theory will come out and AMS, and
Yeah, if Sagash dies, Kempaz will cap immediately. He is out already.
Now with Trace, I saw him switch out of mana gear earlier. You were saying about cos padding. It's possible that he has no mana left because I don't know if he has a bunch of OMFGs or not. But
Yeah, he might be out. He might be out.
Yeah.
Sagash does make it into the red. This is not looking good for KCS. Slan does die, though, so they're going to take up.
Kempaz comes out and finishes him off with a parrying dagger.
Vicious. So savage.
Cold-blooded. Trace is going after Bodrum, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if I'm Trace, I'm just going to try to delay on Sai as much as I can at this point.
I mean, I'd probably just try and countercap. It's probably not going to happen, but I'd at least try.
Yeah.
Is this Trace's first fight or
This
no?
is Cap. It's like his second, I think.
Yeah, I know he hasn't fought very much.
And there he does go down.
Now, Grindel is going to come out first. It's going to be hard for him to run interference with all those mages on him with no protection.
Yeah, he's not going to come out until he's got backup. And I mean, I think this is pretty much a clean 3-0 for Stars at this point.
Unless they can do something in the interference process. One thing I will say is Kinkari is in red. Sagash has got to be low on mana.
Those two can't be healed up.
Right, correct. So Grindel can get something done, but they may just run the 3-0 here. They may just run it because Stars can maledict him pretty successfully.
I mean, Kinkari can just dirt kick him.
All of them, and then Phil loses it again.
What, Brandon?
I said, I hope Grendel comes out and kills every single one of them, and Phil just loses
No,
it.
Phil is the worst caster in North America when it's his team. He's so focused on the game that he just loses it. He's a great caster when any team but Brutes is playing.
Hey man, I resemble that remark. Really though, I think it more so depends on who we're up against and what the lay of the land is.
Yeah.
If I'm expecting to just for us to be a good Brutes match, I'm a little more relaxed.
Grindel is out. Bodrum fails the blonde. Oh, so he just got the cap off. Grindel can maybe delay the cap a little here. Maybe. Yeah, even if he had like Quakes or something. I mean, no, maybe not. He'd have to get into combat.
Yeah, but here's the thing. As a barbarian, I don't know how many stoning potions he's going to be carrying in. Like, he might have a couple, but...
Meryl is out as well.
Yeah.
Kempaz does pick up the flag, so...
I mean...
Now, this is going to be troublesome.
They're going
to try to interrupt, and, KCS is going to have to cap, because they don't have control for Kempaz. Well, they don't have anything to put him down.
The counter cap shouldn't be too bad for them, because obviously Sagash and Kinkari can't really do too much.
Yeah, and Grindel can stun Bodrum. He can. Even on the Draco, he can power swing. They are on Kempaz.
He can bash him on the Draco, can he?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
I mean, and bash actually works against mounted people. That's like the only time it actually works is if the person is mounted, because then they can't dodge it.
They are just rescuing Kempaz across, and Grindel does take a blind there. So they might just get a clean 3-0 here.
I mean, they need to counter cap. That's the only way they have a chance here.
Yeah. Bodrum is moving west.
And Bodrum's just going to go in there and just, like, chain if you try and cap, but... Oh, no.
Death Shroud.
That's not good.
Nope.
This is actually going to be game. Kempaz is at 30 red, and Bodrum is going to interrupt.
Merilith does Holy Smite.
Slan is out, so if he can get a choke on Kempaz and delay this...
Or, I mean, he is on Kempaz now.
They are all on Kempaz, and Slan is flashing to prevent the rescues, but Kinkari does get the rescue across. Kempaz is like a room away. He is red goal line.
He's on there.
That is game.
Yeah.
Rescue and...
Rescue? No. They
flash
didn't get
off
the
the tick. Depends on if they're blind. They got 3 things to rescue, so... Nope, that's
And
it.
there we go.
Great job by Stars, honestly. KCS did try to... Slan did what he needed to do, which was flash the group, but they have the Yon. They have Kinkari as a rescue alternative. They have everything to rescue, essentially.
Yeah, that was painful. Card Strikes relies on that early
Pressure.
on that early pressure.
The lack
off
of
Grendel.
Tear Cell as the protection, as the good Scald, that's a lot of damage output that you do lose in the process.
it's a lot of extra damage output. He's good align, whereas Trace is evil align. Dual wield versus single wield. And you also lose the pressure that Song of Heal provides, because that keeps your whole, especially against an Invoker coning, that keeps your whole team healthy and putting pressure on.
Yeah, because essentially if you have
If
you have the Clericals blonde, they can't really do anything but mass heal, which takes like forever in lag. So Song is really handy there to have fast reaction time.
Song of Peace can still be used for rescues and stuff too, which is also handy.
Yeah. Well, that was a little nut. I mean, this is the first time I think in the season we've seen KCS not get the initial pressure against Stars. Like they always dip them into yellow first.
And that's definitely
Brandon,
on the back
stop living in a cold place and smoking. All right.
That's definitely the result of not having the Song of Heal and the extra dual wield pressure there.
Yeah.
Especially against an all mage composition, like the extra dual wield, it goes unpunished basically.
And now the only thing to stop. 2 things have to happen for Stars to lose first seed. I mean, they have to lose to the 2 teams, and one of them has to be Hydra in order for them to lose seed 1. So they are looking really good to go ahead and clinch this final part of the season.
Yeah, they're following matches. They've got one left against Quicksilver, one against Gallow Glass, and one against Hydra.
Yeah.
So we're fucked for the playoffs, right?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, cool.
You're, but you should show up on Sunday because I need you to beat Stars.
I,
Last Sunday I was gonna show up. I literally drank so much wine that I shit purple.
well, I don't think it's gonna matter though, is it?
No, it does. I believe if GG beats Stars and then we beat Stars, they dip down into let's say that we win every match from here.
But does that take into account the fact that you're gonna lose tonight?
That's what I'm saying. Trust me, man. I'm not underestimating brutes. I take it seriously.
I don't.
That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded.
All right. We have to both do our stuff tonight, so I guess I'll let you guys go.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Good cast, guys.
Later.